What's poppin' YouTube? Haven't made a video in a while, but thought I would make one today. Let's see. All right. Sorry, I might be getting a little bumpy. I'm pulling up into the truck stop right now. Oh. So this video, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, but explain to. I had got a comment, and somebody asked me, you know, how can they pretty much get into. Sorry guys, I'm turning in to the truck stop. But they'll pretty much ask me how can they get into the trucking industry, because right now it's expensive, and I have heard that it's hard to get into some. Oh no! I heard it's hard to get into some of the schooling. I heard it's hard to get into some of the schooling because it seems as if like everybody's running to get into trucking right now. I'm not sure about all the things that are going on in the trucking schools or whatsoever, so I can't comment on that. But I do want to explain how I got into trucking, because I feel as if like it was very creative. So I was working in the warehouse, and I've said this before, but I might have new people that might watch it, so they might learn something from this new video. So I was working in the warehouse 2016. I think I started working in a warehouse like 2013 and 2016 or something like that. It was a 5-year span, like 20. I think I got into trucking 2017, so it had to be from like 2013. I don't know no numbers. Who cares? It was 5 years I was working in a warehouse, and I was like, I couldn't excel as fast as I wanted to. I was working. I got promoted one time, but you know, as more you climb the ladder, it's like the less you can, the more grandfathered in some people are, so it's harder to get into certain positions because there's no openings that often. So I was like, I need to take control of my own future, and my wife referred trucking to me because she knew some people that was into trucking. So I was like, let me check it out, and I looked it up and I saw the different income, and I was like, let me get into this. So I was like, let me make a plan. And I was looking around, I was looking at schools, and there was like $6,000 at that time. Like I said, I was like 2017. I don't know the prices now. So I was like, shit, okay. So I continued to look around, and I lived in South Florida, and I went and I found this school called Metropolitan Trucking. They had three locations, one in Miami, one in Fort Lauderdale, and one in West Palm Beach. I had to go to all three because if one school is packed one day for training, then you have the opportunity, like once you sign up, you can go to any school, any one of those locations to train. And they had different packages, right? There's, for anybody that's new or trying to get into trucking, there's pretty much two kind of ways to get into trucking. There are local schools, like a regular like college type of situation that you can go to. Like for example, there's one that's called Sheridan Tech, I believe. I think it's like a trade school. They have those. Yeah, like they have those. And then they had actually three. They have those. That's a trade school. They have other trades as well, I believe. They have just straight trucking school. That's why I went to Metropolitan Trucking. And then they have like companies that train you, and then they hire you. And that was Stephen Transport that I went to. So what I did was I went to Metropolitan Trucking, and I paid for like, I don't know if it was like a 20-hour certification course, 20-hour certification course, I believe. What it was is I could train as much as I want, but they will only give me the certification for 20 hours because that's what I paid for. When you go to apply for a job in your beginning stages of trucking, they want you to have X amount of hours driven solo or of training, not solo, of training. I had way less than what they required. I think it was like 160. I got like 20. So of certification. So what I did was I went to this school and I got my CDL license by going through the cheapest course they had. I was able to get my license. I got my license, and since I couldn't get no job, I went to a training school, which was Stephen Transport. I went to Stephen's Transport, and they put me straight into a truck with a trainer. So I was getting paid first day. So instead of me going to Stephen Transport for them to train me, I skipped that process and I went and got straight onto a truck. It takes like 2 months for you to go through the training. They have like they got like hotels you stay at, food, everything, and etc. But they charge you for all of that within the package. And it's like, when I was there, it was like $6,000. So pretty much what I'm explaining is I was able to skip that part. I worked in my warehouse, planned out my strategy. What I did was in the warehouse was I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna pay all my bills. I was doing pizza deliveries. I was doing all kinds of different things. I was to make some money so I can pay down all my bills and save as much money as I can, because I wanted to quit my job and just go straight towards the trucking. Did all that, got my license, went to Stevens, got into trucking, been good ever since. Now, what I paid $1,500 for my license at that school. $1,500. I had got this new credit card, American Express card, because I was building my credit while I was paying all my debt down. I was able to get a credit card. That credit card was like $5,000. I took that credit card and paid for the $1,500. Best thing I ever did, because I made X dollars ever since for paying $1,500. Now, if you wanted to do a ROI, a return on investment, I made thousands of percentages of return. And that's what I want to just put out there for anybody wanting to get in trucking. I'm not saying that you can do it the way I did it, but you can always try to be creative and see if you can cut corners, because the bullshit about these training companies that hire you is they pay you very low. So when somebody pays you very low and also you owe them, now you're trapped for some time, because you have to pay X amount of dollars towards them per month or per week, per check. Also survive, whatever you gotta do for home and everything like that. So now you're $6,000 in a hole. You have to eat and everything. Like, there's expenses, food expenses when you're out here on the road, and whatever you gotta do at home. Maybe you got a home, which I advise. I got rid of my hotel, I got rid of my car, got rid of everything but my wife. It was the only thing I kept. The only thing I kept was my wife. I kept my wife. Me and my wife went on the road. You can check my channel out. We went on the road and we saved as much as we could and bought a house, etc., etc., etc. But we were able to just eliminate as much debt as possible and build our credit up. So for anybody that want to get into trucking, I know like things are hectic right now because of coronavirus. It backed up a lot of classes and everything like that. But just still try to find a creative way to get in that costs you as less, and don't get trapped into these major companies, because that's the game. The longer they can keep you in, the longer you can make money for them, and they pay you dirt cheap. So try to avoid that. So that's your boy Trucking Snap. Peace.